When we're talking about growth, we talk about exciting ideas, right? Let's take a look at another one. A little tag team, if you will, Dave.
Yeah, buddy.
I like the
WWE
transition
and
there.
Endeavor. The parent Endeavor, the parent company of UFC, buying out Vince McMahon's Worldwide Wrestling Entertainment for $9.3 billion. The combined company will trade under a new ticker symbol, TKO. And Axios media reporter Sarah Fisher was reporting today that WWE and UFC will pursue separate media rights deals linearly, but there is a possibility of a combined streaming deal. And I think that's what's interesting here, Dave, when you think about what happens to the media assets themselves, right? And where does WWE go probably beyond Fox or NBC or Comcast? ESPN has done so much for UFC. I would be fascinated to see WWE on ESPN Plus and what that would do for WWE.
I would be stunned as well, given Bob Iger's comments about cuts, about savings. This will not be a cheap property. It's one of the few rights coming up, live, massive audience. I'm really curious how these personalities gel. In particular, I'm talking about Vince McMahon and Ari Emanuel in an interview over the weekend with CNBC. There was a joking moment, but it felt all too real when they were both asked, what happens if you disagree on the direction of the company? And Vince joked, we will wrestle for it, and I have 100+ pounds on Ari. It felt very awkward and quiet at that moment. I don't know how that's going to work out. This is not a guy who's going to be executive chairman that wants to sit back and be quiet about anything. I don't know how they're going to mesh culturally. Investors didn't like this nonetheless. They wanted a big buy, at least on the WWE side. They wanted a big, clean purchase, and they didn't get that.
They didn't get it, and I think that's evident in the reaction, or what they were hoping for, I should say. That's evident now in the reaction for shares. But you're right. I just think the leadership, the dynamics at play there, the culture inside this newly combined company, also add Dana White to the mix there, leading UFC. There are a lot of very big personalities.
Put that on pay-per-view.
A number of people,
Watch that.
who are used to calling the shots. So now they're all going to have to come together in one room pretty often, get on the same page. I don't know how that's going to happen, but that in itself is going to be entertaining, at least, to watch or hear about.
And to your point about the hybrid, you got to think Apple or Amazon. Who has the cash to take on those two?
Well, I think that's an important part of the conversation that we had over the last couple months, right? Was, well, would Apple or Amazon buy WWE, right? Or would Netflix buy WWE?
Yeah.
The media rights are still at play here, so you could still see WWE on Apple or Amazon from a streaming side. That part of the deal is not done as far as for Apple and Amazon investors when you think about just growing their content base. That seems like something that could still be on the table moving forward.
The fan base there just amazes me.
It's
very loyal.
Die-hard.
But on the surface, it looks a bit like the NBA, like the legacy players will want to keep that deal, being NBC Universal / Peacock and Fox. Will they continue to hold it?